we're going to do a rolling traffic break to allow traffic to access the new bridge, the new span, gradually and slowly. So just like we did when we reopened on President's Day weekend, it's going to be a slow rolling traffic break, allowing freeway traffic to fill the new span gradually. So you're going to see us out there leading people across the new span.
What about the wow factor? I mean, people are going to be driving and all of a sudden they're going to see the whole East Bay they never saw before because they were in a tunnel in a cave. Are you worried or concerned that people are just going to have, you know, this, whoa, what is all this? And looking around and looking up at the tower instead of, you know, ahead and driving?
Well, if they do have the wow factor, they need to realize and remember that they are still operating a motor vehicle, and they need to do that in the safest manner possible, notwithstanding the wow factor.
But then regarding that wow factor, regardless of which direction you're heading, you are going to notice that the decks are larger, that there's shoulders on both sides of both decks. It's a very different driving experience. You're no longer in this steel cantilever bridge. It's more of a much more wide open feeling. You're going to see the tower. It's going to feel much more open, especially for those drivers who are heading eastbound. You're going to come out of the tunnel and pretty much be out in the open right away. And you are going to see the tower and the cables immediately, and you will get these great views of the East Bay. But we do ask, despite that wow factor, that drivers leave the gawking to their passengers and drive the speed limit and adhere to all other rules of the road. Speaking of which, we also want, again, to reiterate that there will be 5 lanes on both decks. So while we are not necessarily increasing capacity, we will be improving traffic flow because there will be shoulders on both sides. So that means if maintenance needs to go out there for a reason, or if someone stalls or there's a breakdown or an accident, that can move off to the shoulder and not impede the flow of traffic. Again, those shoulders are for if someone stalls, if there's an accident, perhaps if you are unfortunate enough to get pulled over for not obeying the rules of the road, or for maintenance. It is not a place to pull over and take pictures because of the great views that will be coming with this new bridge. So get to the island and do your sightseeing there.
If you pull over to take a picture, will they ticket you?
It's got the thumbs up, so yes.
So I mean, yeah.
Are you putting up your
Okay, so yes, you will get a ticket. Thumbs up or thumbs down, you will get a ticket for pulling over onto the shoulder and using it as a place for sightseeing. Again, plenty of great vantage points from Treasure Island for that. Okay, so the one caveat is this is when everything is completed. This is when landscaping is completed. This is when the original East Span is gone. This is when the permanent off and on ramps at Treasure Island have been put in place. So viewers will not be seeing, or drivers will not be seeing this exactly, but this gives you're pretty much 90% of the way there. So once you get past that landscaping, and so that landscaping is coming, but this should give people a sense of just what the views are going to be like. There, you know, aside from that left turn that people are making now to get to the island heading westbound, there are no sharp turns. It's all very kind of graceful and subtle curves.
This is a good time, a positive time. This is history in the making, and we are going to be a part of it with everyone else. And we want to create a very safe environment. So you will see not only the California Highway Patrol, you'll see the Oakland Police Department and the San Francisco Police Department as well. And we're all out there really for everyone's safety, not only for this happy occasion, but also the safety aspects that Officer Morgan has covered.
That landscaping is coming. Obviously, the East Span, the original East Span is not off to the left. Yes, so again, this is what it'll be like in about 3 years. And the point of the palm trees is that they kind of capture the height of the light poles as the light poles increase height as you get closer to the tower. People should treat this as any other bridge that they have not driven on previously. So we are assuming most people don't drive fast across freeways and bridges that they have not been on before, so they should use that same rule of thumb for this new bridge. This is what it'll be like driving under the canopy of cables on the self-anchored suspension span. And then this will pretty much show you, as a few people had referenced, what it'll be like going into the tunnel. And for those of you who were out with us yesterday, standing on the deck there, you could pretty much see it's pretty much a straight shot into the tunnel, as it was prior to the S-curve. This section here is pretty much in the original footprint of the westbound entrance to the tunnel.